Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm here to do some envelope pockets with decorative edge strips. So I've got some decorative edge strips that we have already made in previous videos, and then I've got these envelopes. Now these are DL size envelopes, and they are brand new ones. They are not kind of junk mail ones, but you could use junk mail envelopes. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to start by gluing my envelopes down so that they're completely sealed. So I'll just take the adhesive strips off, just because, you know, I prefer to use glue really, where I feel a little bit more confident that they're going to stay stuck down. So like that, okay. Now again, going to try not to be so over ambitious. I always think that I'm going to achieve tons and tons, and actually in reality I probably won't do more than 3. But hey, we'll stick down, I don't know, 4 or 5 of these to get us started. So yeah, I mean, these might not be so slow to make, because obviously we've made the decorative edge strip part already, so we're kind of using some, you know, some ready-made things already. Ready already. Oh, anyway, too many readies in that sentence, weren't there? So yeah, we just stick these down like that, and then the final one. So obviously if you're using you know, junk mail envelopes, then you just want to somehow stick yours down at the edge. Now obviously it depends how you've opened it. You might not have opened it very carefully if you're anything like me, in which case, you know, you might just need to go down, you know, round with the sewing machine or something like that, so that you close your envelope up. Basically you're just literally looking to do that, you know, is close your envelope up. So like that. Now these tend to be a little bit too tall for an A4 sheet. So if I bring in like an A4 sheet here, and this is what I tend to use as my base pages in a journal. As you can see, these envelopes, they're just a little bit too tall. So, you know, what I want to do is obviously cut it down. So I'm going to cut it down approximately, I don't know, an inch or an inch and a half or something off the top, like that. Okay, so that when it's on the page, it's going to have a little bit of rim at the top and a little bit of rim at the bottom. So I'm just going to do that on my envelopes. Now again, I don't measure, I'm just kind of judging it by eye. So, you know, I might have some turn out, you know, slightly shorter than the others or slightly taller. It doesn't matter, it's all fine. So you're just trying to, you know, make your basic pocket pieces like that. Okay, now then what you want to do is obviously cover your envelope pieces. So I'm just going to bring in some sheets of paper. Now just going to use some, not misprints, but you know, where I've been printing kind of kits and things when I'm trying to make the kits, I obviously get a lot of like wastage, so it's quite a good project to use up those kinds of things. Now as you can see, I've just folded my A4 sheet lengthways, you know, straight down the middle, and as you can see, that's got a slight border then around on the envelope. Personally, that doesn't bother me, and I would rather have that slight border and be able to use all of my sheet, if you see what I mean, then, you know, kind of like try and have it fit snugly onto the envelope, and then obviously, you know, one sheet is not going to do 2 envelopes, if that makes sense. You know, I'd have then an offcut or an overspill of paper. So this is just, you know, a good way to obviously use some of those paper scraps up. I mean, not necessarily paper scraps, but you know what I mean. The pieces where, you know, maybe your printer was running out of ink or something like that, you know, so you've got maybe something weird on the back, or, you know, maybe just where your printer was running out of ink, so you've got now slightly discoloured or, you know, funny coloured printouts, you know, but that you quite like. This is quite a good way to just use some of those sheets. So like that, and yeah, let's just do the same with this one. So, and you know, I'm just literally cutting, or you know, taking mine down so as it's going to fit nicely onto the envelope. Okay, so like that, put that there, And then, oops, just take it down like that. I mean, it doesn't have to be exact. We can always trim these up afterwards, but we're just kind of getting some, you know, approximate kind of sizes going on. So that one, I've got this one left over from a mass making session, so we use some of this. So, you know, like I said, quite a good one to be able to use up some of your pieces. Now I'm just wondering, yep, could do two out of this one. So, you know, again, using up an entire sheet, which is all good. I mean, unfortunately, this one is now sideways on, but, you know, that's fine. And I will trim that down afterwards. So, and this is the rich damask papers. So, yeah, if you were wondering what that paper was, that's what that one is. Okay, let me just see, because I've got a few different ones here. So let me just see what else I've got, you know, that possibly needs using up or got, you know, stuff on the back. So hold on a second. Oh, would you believe I don't, oh no, yes I have, yeah. I was going to say, gosh, I've actually not got a whole ton that need using up, but yes, I did have this one now. So again, this is more of that William Morris paper. Oh my goodness, don't you love the crisp freshness of this blue and white? So these are my coloured book plates on the back. That's not what I'm meaning. I'm meaning this. Don't you love that crisp blue and white colour? I think I've said this before, but it just reminds me of, you know, that China pattern that was really popular, kind of, you know, I don't know. I feel like back in the 80s, but maybe it was before then. Maybe it was just like the tail end of it in the 80s. I'm not sure. But anyway, I really, really love it, I must say. And it does remind me of that. Really pretty. So, right. That's our, you know, pieces that we're going to use to cover them. So you could cover them on this side where you've got the folded edge. And to be honest, that's probably quite good practice. And the reason why I say that is because A, you're then, you know, really securing that flap to be stuck down, which is obviously, you know, brilliant. But the other reason why it's quite good is because if you use this as a pocket on a page and you tuck things in here, can you see what happens there? You can sometimes get things caught on the flap. So this is kind of quite a good way, you know, to eliminate that happening, is just use this way up, you know, and then you've covered up that pocket completely. So you've kind of eliminated that whole scenario, really. But, you know, completely up to you. But yeah, I just think that's a little sort of annoyance, like waiting to happen. And I'm not saying it necessarily would, but if you cover it up, you've, you know, really kind of eliminated the possibility, haven't you? So yeah, just a little good practice, I think. So, you know, a good habit to get into is if you can cover up the you know, the folded part or the flap, or yeah, I'm not sure whether you call it the folded part or the flap. Anyway, if you can cover up that, I just think that's quite a good thing to do, to get into the habit of doing, because then it's, you know, not a problem at all. So obviously I need to trim these off at the top, but that's fine. I can do that in a moment. So yeah, let's just get all of these stuck down. Okay. So, you know, nothing obviously complicated on these at all. So, like that. Okie dokie. I mean, I don't do complicated. So, yeah, if you watch my channel, you'll know never, ever do I do complicated. Because, oh, life's too complicated as it is. Why would you want to complicate it by doing complicated crafting? I mean, hello? No. Don't want to do complicated crafting. I mean, that's me, you know, some people, I think perhaps they would thrive on complicated crafting. Perhaps they love a challenge. But yeah, for me, I just think, oh gosh, I've come here for some downtime. I don't want to now complicate my life further by, you know, having complicated crafting going on. No way. No way, Jose. So yeah, keep it simple and keep it, you know, quick and easy. So yeah. I mean, to be honest, and I think as well, I don't know about you guys, I think quick and easy you can achieve just as beautiful results as, you know, complicated and time consuming. I don't think you need to do complicated and time consuming to achieve gorgeous and lovely. You know, I think you can do gorgeous and lovely in, you know, quick and easy, to be honest. So why do you need to go there? Why do you need to go there with the complicated and, you know, hard and all of that? You don't need to, do you? But like I say, I mean, there's some people who really love that, aren't there? And, you know, that's fine. You know, if that's kind of how you like to craft, then that's, you know, that's really great. Not for me. It's not for me. So, yeah. Right. Okie dokie. So, pop that down onto there. Okay, so again, just spread that with my glue spreader. I mean, already those envelopes look lovely and they've got nothing even on them yet. So yeah, hopefully they're going to look really scrumptious when they're done. Now, this is where I find that I haven't bought any decorative edge strips along at all that are going to actually complement these pockets. Oh. Well, we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. So, right, let's put these down now. Obviously, if you've got anywhere that needs trimming up, you know, you can trim it up now. So, check I've got those up the right way. Yep. So, I mean, you can see, you know, I've got short ones and tall ones. Doesn't matter. It's all going to be fine in the end. So, these ones need a trim on the back. And the reason I say the back is just because then I can see where that paper's kind of overhanging. So, it just, you know, kind of easier to turn it over at first to check how much it's overhanging by. Okay, and this one, oops. Okay, right, oh, it's got a little bit there. Oh my goodness, what's going on? What's going on? Okey-dokey. Like that, and this one, just check. Yeah, okay, right. So we've got some interesting colours, haven't we? Some nice ones, pretty, very pretty. Right, like I say, this is where I now discover I've got no edge strips that are going to go. Well, that looks quite pretty on there. Ooh. Ooh. Looks quite pretty on all of them, actually. Right, let's tentatively put that over there. Oh, I've got one here that I'd already decorated up with a little out. Oh my goodness, how gorgeous does that look on there? That was not how I was planning on doing this, but oh my goodness, that is gorgeous. I love that. Right, I hadn't even realised that I bought some along that I had kind of finished and decorated, to be honest. I thought these were all undecorated ones, but oh, I don't know now. That's quite nice on there, to be honest. Yeah, let's put that there just for a moment. I mean, that's very pretty, isn't it, with the peachy colour? Oh, this is tricky, very tricky to decide. I don't know. I think I've actually got some others as well behind me, but oh, I don't know now. And that's rather pretty like that. Let me just check. Hold on a second. While I just grab in some others. Yeah, I have got some others. Oh my goodness, I've actually got tons. Oh, these ones are decorated ones, so yeah, I might, oh well, I guess we could use decorated ones, couldn't we? I mean, these are some that I've done a long time ago, to be honest, and yeah, I'm only kind of just digging them out now, so, oh, that one's rather lovely. Oh. I don't know now. I'm stumped now. Stumped as into, you know, which ones to use for what. Well, let's keep those to the side for a moment. Well, if I'm going for decorated ones, I might as well pull them all in. But oh, that's so annoying because I was not planning on using decorated ones at all. Unfortunately, what's happened is I've put the decorated ones in with the undecorated. So that's where I've gone wrong. Is because I should have kept them separate, shouldn't I? And then I wouldn't have had this situation going on in the first place. Right, okay. Quite like that on there. Okay, so perhaps we'll have this one on here. What do we think? Let's put that to one side. Right. Oh, this is really annoying. Really annoying. Because I've got more that I've done, and I'm not sure now where I've put them. I thought this was them, but obviously it wasn't, so never mind. Right, okay. Let's ink some of these up and just, you know, get started. So what I want to do is obviously trim this down, because at the moment it's, you know, too big for the pocket. So yeah, let's just trim it down just a fraction more. Okay. So it's going to sit snugly onto the pocket. So it's going to be like a pocket with a belly band, or we could have it to the edge where it's actually like an edge strip on the pocket. So perhaps we'll do some and some, you know, some sort of like an edge type piece and some as a belly band on the envelope pocket itself. So yeah, we'll just kind of, you know, play it by ear and see how they evolve. So let's just ink this up around here. So this is just my walnut stain distress ink. I'm making a horrible job of this. Not helped by the fact that this is very soggy still. So yeah, I should have probably gone a bit more careful with the inking. But anyway. So do we want this as a belly band piece? I think, yeah, belly band looks nice, doesn't it? And then I've got here some of my brown buildings pieces. So yeah, let's just take this one down. Okay. Take that. So yeah, these are just from my brown buildings. There's the green ones and the brown ones. I thought that would look quite nice on that, you know, very pretty kind of brown decorative edge strip. I mean, I'm saying decorative edge strips, obviously we're now using them as a kind of belly band, but that's all fine. It's nice to, you know, be able to mix them up. Oh, I've put the lid on here now. Thought I'd dipped it in, but yeah, it was just with the lid on, so clearly not dipped in at all. So we could kind of have that like that, or we could have, you know, or even we could have the label at the bottom. That's quite nice. Oh, that's quite cute, yeah. Let's put that there for a minute. Now I'm thinking maybe a bit of lace behind the building. Let's just bring that in. Okay. Like that. Oh, I mean, how pretty does that look? Now I've just got this butterfly here. This is just from my gilded blues, I think it's called. One of the background papers. This is just kind of like a scrap, but I thought, oh, actually, maybe that might go quite nicely on here. I mean, literally just pulling in, you know, random things. You know, if they're here, they're going to get used. They're just at risk. They're in the at-risk category if they're laying around. Let's just, yeah, take that one down. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, how pretty does that look? I mean, that's literally got like nothing, hasn't it, on there? But oh my goodness, how gorgeous does that look? I love how that looks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this like belly band piece on the top. So just top and bottom. So it's, you know, a belly band. Like that. Okay. Like that. So I've put it in the middle. But like I said, we might do one or two where we have it more to the side. But for this one, we're going for it in the middle. Then we've got our lace, which we're just going to have here. So I'm going to just hold that down with the hot glue on the piece, if you see what I mean. That's what's going to glue the lace down. So I haven't attached the lace separately. We're just attaching it down with the hot glue like that. Oh my goodness. Honestly, that butterfly just transforms that, because it's now brought the blue from the background straight onto the piece itself, if you see what I mean. Without that, the blue was kind of lost, and you know, it had kind of yeah, got lost in the background. Now I'm just bringing in my brads. So a couple of different brads here. Okay. So I'm thinking, yeah, a couple of brads on there. So I can just get my pokey tool. Okay. So these are the brads that the lovely Michelle sent me. So thank you so much, Michelle. If you are watching this, I just want to say a massive thank you. Honestly, I love, love, love these brads. They are just awesome. Thank you. Right, now if you get this scenario where they're a little bit long stems, you know, it's very thin metal on brads, so you can easily snip that off. Like that, okay? So that one, and then just on the other end, just pop the other brad in. Okie dokie. And then just, yep, fold those little legs in like that. Okay. So, and again, just trim them down. One. Oh, come on. That one. And this one. Like that. Squish that down like that. Looking good. There we go. So, yeah. I mean, just kind of, you know, finishes it off, doesn't it? That lovely label. So do we want that down the bottom, or do we want it at the top? No, down the bottom, I think. Yeah. It's weird, isn't it? How, you know, you just get a feel for things, and you move them and it's like, oh no, definitely not there. You know, things have a definite kind of where they look better or not sometimes, don't they? And that was just one of those cases. So, yeah, and then we're going to have the butterfly. Maybe on that side, actually. So, oops. Like that. Oh my goodness, how yummy and gorgeous does that look? I just absolutely love it. I don't think it really needs anything else, but I will just double check whilst we've got, you know, whilst we've got bits out here, whether we want to have anything else. I mean, I don't think it really needs anything. I'm just going to see whether this label would look cute in the background. You know, we could kind of do a half a label, I suppose, up there. Maybe that's just, yeah, adding a bit of interest. So let's just snip that down in half. I always like a half a label. Or we could even have a half a label coming out like that. Or like that. Maybe that's better. Rather than hanging off the pocket, it's going into the belly band, if you see what I mean. Again, I'm just being so lazy using my hot glue. I mean, that's just ridiculous. There's no need to be using the hot glue there at all, but anyway, there we go. How gorgeous does that look? So you've got your top load-in pocket up here, and then you've just got your middle belly band there, and what you could do is obviously glue it down on a page. So you'd have a side load-in pocket, a top load-in pocket, and your belly band. Now you could take this to the sewing machine and stitch around that, which would just kind of like hold your sides closed, you know, a little bit better. Again, that's kind of an optional stage, really. So yeah, might do that, might not. So let's do this one. So let's use this, that we've got the ready decorated piece, just so that we've got, you know, a few different looks. So let's ink around the pocket. Okay, like that. I love this rich damask. It's so pretty, isn't it? And then, yep, open that up. Now, do we want this on the, you know, in the middle or to the side? I'm quite liking this one on the side. Now I'm going to cut this down, so around about here. Okay. So, yeah. Just snip that one down across there. Oh dear. Okay. Oh, I made a horrible job of doing that, so I need to just tidy that up. It's not straight at all. It's because it was quite thick. When I folded it over, it was quite thick. To then try and, you know, cut it straight was a bit of a tall order, really. Okay, so do we want it on the side? I mean, I quite like that on the side, to be honest, I think, for this one. Now, do we want to have anything coming out from here? I mean, that's quite pretty, to be honest. Let's just have a look and see what else we might. Oh, got this gold butterfly. Didn't know that was in that, you know, pack of stuff. I mean, it has got black on it, which for me, I feel it's now not really matching perfectly. I mean, perhaps that's a little bit too, you know, ridiculous. Maybe I'm making a fuss about nothing. I don't know. Got some flowers. We could have flowers on there instead. You know, kind of like make it more colourful rather than, you know, keeping it red and the red and gold. Oops. And what if we had something like that? And then I'm just thinking, I wonder if I've got another one of those flowers, because it definitely would need another one. Oh, and of course I haven't, because that would be way too easy. Oh my goodness. Kind of loving this green. Oh, I don't want to go with the Christmas thing, do I? Where suddenly it turns into Christmas because I've got red and green. Which I know I talk about that all the time, because that does have this horrible way of happening, you know, when you have too much red and green together. Well, I think it does anyway. I mean, you might not think that, but yeah, I have this slightly weird thing where it suddenly then goes, oops, it's gone all Christmassy. Let's just try this green label. Because if I'm having one thing green, you know, maybe it would look better to have a couple of green things. So let's give this a try. So sorry if you can hear my little fan heater, it's a bit chilly. So yeah, I've got the fan heater going. Maybe it would be better with just the green without the... Oh, I don't know now. Oh, this is, yeah, annoying, because now I'm not quite sure. I'm now thinking, would this look better with the greens? Oh, I don't know. That butterfly one looks quite nice on the blue, actually, now I'm thinking. See, why do we sometimes try other things? Right, let me move that back out the way, because sometimes, you know, if things aren't coming together straight away, it's like, no, just come back to that later. There's no point wasting time. If they're not coming together straight away, you know, come back later to that when it's hopefully going to, you know, you're going to have more success. Right, let me just take this butterfly. So this is just a butterfly from my Bright Butterflies. But I thought, well, it's got some browns in it, which obviously the owl is, you know, predominantly brown. Well, so is the paper strip, to be honest. So, yeah. Let's just go in here. Oh gosh, I couldn't have made a worse job of cutting that butterfly out. Why on earth I'm still not putting my glasses on when I'm cutting things out? I have no idea, because, you you know, I do know that I should have them on. So I don't know why I'm still kind of resisting, as if like, oh, I might suddenly be able to see properly today. Yep. I don't know. I think it's just, you know, sometimes it's, we don't want to give in, do we? And say, oh, I'm struggling to see. Right, I quite like this. So, oops. And now my camera's flashing low battery, would you believe? So we might not even get to finish these at all. Oh dear. Right, let's close that where it's saying low battery, because I never know whether that's actually even zapping up more battery power, to be honest, to have that little message, you know, staying on the screen. And that's the last thing you want, is to actually then be zapping up even more power just by having that message staying on there. I'm just wondering whether we could have a ruffle. Love this label, that's very pretty on there, isn't it? So yeah, let's have the label on there. Just overlapping that other one. Okay, right, so this, I'm going to just tear it down slightly. Oh, we'll need to cut those threads off because they are just way too long. Right. Okay, so something like that, I think, looks rather pretty. And then, yeah, let's just see. So we've got this label with an owl. No, don't like that. Oh, you know what? I think actually I had a blue butterfly. That would look really good. Oh, I need to really print some of my bright butterflies off. Because, yeah, I haven't got one. Which is annoying, because that would have been gorgeous. Right, let me just ink this now. I mean, it's not picking up much ink because obviously it's brown anyway, but oops. Like that. Thinking, do we want some lace on here? So yeah, let's just take a little bit of lace. And when I say a little bit, obviously I'm meaning smother it. No, I don't know whether I do mean that yet, but let's just put this down. Oh my goodness, how yummy. How yummy does that look? Yeah, I really do love how that looks. So I'm going to put this onto here. Now it's unfortunate because this obviously would have been best to have been stitched on, you know, and I could have stitched it on at the stitching stage. But now I'm going to have to obviously just go with the Fabri-Tac stage instead. So yeah, we're just going to Fabri-Tac this straight onto that lace. Like I say, I mean, a bit of a nuisance really, because, you know, obviously it would have been much better if I had thought ahead and then it would have been glued onto here. But, you know, it's fine. It's still going to be fine. Okay. So, yeah, just wipe that a little bit. Okay. Now, obviously I'm going to struggle to stick this straight onto here because it's then going to stick onto the envelope, but love how that looks. That's so pretty, isn't it? Just gorgeous. So I'm just going to ink around here just with a bit of the brown, you know, while we're waiting for that piece to dry anyway. So yeah, like that. Okay, right. Oh, annoying that this is now drying. And just mop it up a little bit at the back. Okay. So yeah, we're going to have that like that. I'm going to glue it top and bottom, and I wonder if I might like to have a bow or something on there. Let's just have a look. I've got some bows here. About now, do we think a brown one? Or do we think a cream coloured bow? Or do we think a blue one? The blue is completely different colour blue, so it's, yeah, probably not really, but oh, having said that, it looks quite pretty. Oh no. I just leaned up to see it through the camera, which, you know, often looking top down, you can really get a different perspective, and I really did get a different perspective. It was like straight away, oh my goodness, that looks awful. So yeah, definitely not the one to go for. Okay, right, so let's glue this down. Now I'm going to just use hot glue for this one, because obviously this has got the you know, the lace on it. So we're just going to hot glue this down onto there. Oh my goodness, how gorgeous does this look? So pretty. Honestly, so pretty. Yeah, just love that blue. You know, the blue and white. It's really gorgeous. Maybe even have the bow right at the top, actually. I'm going to have it kind of by the clustery bit, but actually I think maybe it looks very cute up here. Oh, how pretty is that? So you've got your belly band piece here. Obviously, you know, totally different to the other one. Right, let's do a blue one now, because otherwise we're getting a blue, a red one. I'm not going to do that one with the butterfly, because clearly I'm struggling for some reason on that. So yeah, let's do this one. Oh my goodness, that looks lovely already, doesn't it? So yeah, let's ink this up. Okay, yeah, probably need to put it down. So yep, take it down here like that. Okay, so, and this piece here, this is, I think this is from my spring, not spring, sorry, Victorian gallery, but really lovely, isn't it? Now, obviously I've got a bit of a situation going on here with my stitching, but that's fine, because I can put this over there. So that's going to, yeah, cover up the stitching. Love how that looks. Now, do we want to, yeah, probably, I was thinking, do we want to ink this? Yes, I think we do. So, yep, let's quickly ink this around. Okay, put that there. That one there, I haven't inked the pocket itself yet, so we will probably do that, but yeah, we can do that in a minute. Right, just got some lace here. Let's just see if we want to have some lace kind of from behind her. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? Honestly, I mean, everything just looks better with lace, doesn't it? Just one of them things. Okay, right. So, yeah, let's just pop this down. Like that. Okay, so that's holding that lace in place. Yeah, love how that looks. Right, let's just quickly ink up the envelope pocket itself. Okay. Check I've got this at the top. Yep. Otherwise that would be annoying if I stuck it down and it was then, you know, stuck the wrong way up. That would be really irritating. Right, do we want to have any flowers or anything like that around here? Oh my goodness, maybe. I mean, they probably don't really go, but they do look quite pretty. Just got one of my big bows here, so let's just see. Oh, I've got an umbrella. Needs a bit of trimming down. Haven't used the umbrellas for a while actually, so yeah, definitely going to do something with them I think soon, because I do really love them, and yeah, sometimes we forget what we've got, don't we? But they are very, very yummy to use. Oh, got this pink label. That's quite pretty, actually. Again, it's just kind of like breaking this up, isn't it, a bit? So, yeah, I think that's quite a nice touch. So, right, just using the hot glue. I know, again, just repeating myself, using the hot glue just for speed, you know, not a necessity, not necessary. Oh, whatever the word is. It's not a requirement. Oh, look, I should have put the label further over because now I'm going to have to put this further over. Otherwise, we can barely see the label. And that makes it just pointless having it on there, but oh well. Oh well, that's okay. So yeah, we'll have this kind of like now a half and half. So this is not quite to the side like it is on the blue and white one, but it's, you know, much more to the side than it was on the first one, if you see what I mean. So yeah, we've got a sort of halfway house thing going on. Oh look, this would have looked nice on there. I mean, it's, yeah, probably a bit big, but just take this down and see. I have got that rose. Oh, that's quite nice. Right, so yeah, I have that. Oh, let's see. Where did I think was better? Sticking out or sticking in? Oh, out. It will have to be out. So tear it down about here. Okay, ink that up. Whoops. Oh, honestly, everything's sticking to everything now. It's a sure sign I need to clear my desk. Oh, I mean, who am I kidding? As if that's going to happen. When am I going to be clearing my desk exactly, I wonder? I mean, let's face it, when doesn't my desk need clearing? It's a rare occasion when it doesn't, isn't it? Right, so yeah, that one's really nice. Now I'm just going to check that we don't want to have this anywhere. I mean, this might just look really weird because then it's like two labels. Yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it? Unless we have it up here and then something there. I wonder about this rose. I'll just take this down without the leaves, or maybe without some of the leaves, but with some. I mean, it's all just trial and error, isn't it? We're just experimenting and seeing. You know, as Rachel often says, we're just auditioning pieces, aren't we? So yeah, let's get the audition going. Okie dokie. Right, let's ink this up because I made a terrible job there. What do we think? Do we think that that looks good or not look good? So again, when I take it away, I'm then like, oh yeah, it does look better because, you know, otherwise it looks quite boring, doesn't it? So yeah, let's have that on there. Like that. Okay, mop that glue up. Okie dokie. And then, yeah. Right, just get this and pop that there, like that. Now, just before I finish, I know, kind of never know when to quit, do I? But just suddenly spotted these. So these are from my Junk Journal Basics kit. This one here, this rose, is from one of my Perfect Pockets packs, but I just suddenly then spotted these and I thought, oh, actually, I mean, it's very good colour match, isn't it? So I know it's not the same rose, which, I mean, sometimes I'm a little bit obsessive and they have to be the same flower for me to want to put it on. But hey, I mean, if it's the same colour, maybe that will be good enough. We'll see. It might not, you know, I might think, oh no, that's not right. But it might. yeah, I think that works okay. So yeah, put that down there, just on the edge. Now there is a little bit of glue overhang, so I'll just press it down like that, and then it's just going to, you know, catch the glue. There we go. Okay. Oh, they are gorgeous, aren't they? So obviously you would just, you know, put your journal cards or whatever into here. Oops, move that one down now. Into here. And you've got your top loading pocket. And like I said, you also would have a side loading pocket if you've put it in like that. So let's just check out the 3 that we've done and completed. So, yep, we completed 3. So I thought I was being a bit over ambitious, to be honest, when I lined, you know, more than that. But oh, I can't even see the other one that we lined. But anyway, we have indeed done 3. So, yeah, not too bad. So hope that you like them. Hope you feel inspired to do something similar. And, yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks, then. Bye.